me, trying to tell you who you are. But what does all this mean when you're crying in the dark? The pills too jagged and the needle's too sharp. But that don't change the fact that you don't know me. Getting out my head until I OD. Either way, you know you die slowly. And everything that I could be the old me, yeah. Who knew that the drugs would control me, yeah. Should I had it now?
You're not my man. You're not my man. You're a genius.
Wait, Josh here. He's my kid. Do you want him to join the Skype call? He's actually my man.
Yo, he could join up. That's fine, bro. What fucking?
Right.
Let's get the youngins in here, man.
Yo, Josh, we're doing an interview right now. Yeah. For what? For I'm Not Your Man's. Hold on. Let me add you to the Skype call.
So right now, Johnny, I'm going through the posts of the ones I gave zeros. I'm going to give them 2s.
There you go. That 2s are better. 2s are better than 0s.
Let me add Austin too.
Yeah, go ahead.
2.
2s are better. 2s at least shows you tried to listen to them, and then because I feel like a 2 hurts. If you just give them a 0, it's like
Okay, I give this one a 5 out of 10. I don't feel so bad about that one.
There we go.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's happening,
Yeah,
sir?
that's Kellen right there. His name is Josh, but yeah, he goes by Kellen. He produced Sidle actually.
He's what? What's his name?
His name is
Josh.
Kellen, but he goes by Josh.
Damn, yo. All right, let me turn this.
No, my name's Josh, but I go by Kellen.
Oh, my bad. I'm retarded.
It's one of those, Josh. I'm calling you Josh.
Same
That's the
thing.
first thing I heard.
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah,
with
you're,
Josh.
yeah, yeah.
Go ahead, call me
Your producer name is Josh
Yes.
now.
All right.
Dude, we got
All right, so I'm all ready to go. So we got everything nice and clean. Everything's recording, and let me just get my phone so I can get all this other shit going. So what's going on, man? What's happening? I'm John D. Contradiction, and this is M, our most hated reviewer down there. Introduce yourself, sir. Go ahead, introduce yourselves. All right, going with producer first, and then we're gonna go with the star since you're stealing his spotlight today. Nah, but go ahead.
Go ahead, Josh.
My name is Josh. I go by Kellen. That's my stage name.
Okay.
And I'm in a band with my man Gelati, aka Marshall Bleu, and we just trying to make good music for good people. You know what I'm saying?
For good people. I don't know if there's any more of those left in this world. I'll tell you that much. I'm not one of them.
We'll find them, man. I'm sure you're a good guy.
With my kids' toys and shit all in the back, but he had a good Christmas. But yeah, go ahead. Introduce yourself, sir.
Yeah, man. So, my name is Marshall Bleu. Also, Gelati in real life, but I go by Marshall, especially at Chick-fil-A, because they be spelling my name wrong all the time. Name, so.
It's like every time I go to Starbucks, man. My name is Mark, so you can only imagine. It's always M-A-R-K. It's not M-A-R-K.
Yeah,
I'm always disappointed every time I get my cup of coffee, man.
There's no way to say it to imply it either. It's Mark.
Right.
And they don't ask. They don't even ask. They don't even ask. Like, oh, Mark with the C. No, it's like, all right, automatically Mark with the K.
Dude, you want to hear some wild shit? You want to hear some wild shit? So actually, my girlfriend's someone she works with apparently is like a serial Starbucks thief. She just goes and grabs like the online orders off the counters and just like.
I know exactly who she's talking about.
How disrespectful is that? I smacked the shit out of that's so disrespectful,
like that.
bro.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I guess.
Like, all right, so like
it's Tuesday. What are we finna get this morning?
No, but like I've been homeless or whatever, so you know, you go into the McDonald's and you see it and you're just like, all right, I'm about to hit this. Like, all right, I'm out.
You just yell something inaudible out like, yeah, it's mine. You just take it, you just dip.
Yeah, exactly. Just walk out.
Honestly.
Oh man. So all right, anyways, off the tangent type shit. So all right, so you guys said you're a team. So this is producer. So did he produce anything on the project that we reviewed?
So actually, he is. So Kellerwan is like out of 4 people. He's one of the people on the band, but he did not produce. So in Vintage Depression, when I was 17, like this past summer, I produced the whole thing by myself. But while I was producing the whole thing, literally, like I would sit on Skype with Josh, I kid you not, for at least 8 hours, and at least 8 hours a day, or maybe like minimum 6. Whenever we got on the phone, we'd just be producing 2 separate songs, and I'd be like, okay, like I guess I could vibe with this because it's pretty cool. That was when I first really got to know Josh, and he was producing one of our first singles, It was called How We Walk, and we ended up not putting that out. But
by the looks of his face, he's like, thank God that.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it was a good one. It wasn't the one. It wasn't the one.
It wasn't.
This is what's funny about that though. So like it was just a matter of time before we found our sound, and it's funny because I've been looking for my sound for years, and I love and trust me, I love my sound now, and I think I have a pretty solid one in a couple of different genres. But tell me how, dude, we formed this band in maybe like 2 months, and we found our sound in the 3rd month, and I'm just like, how are we more advanced than my whole entire career? Like, I don't even understand this.
Dude, it's
a conglomerate, like that, bro. It's a conglomerate, man.
Yeah, it's truly like that, bro. Like, I'm actually going through that now. Like, I've been in music like my whole life. I've been in hardcore bands and shit like that, and I've been rapping for a minute. I do shows. I've been on tours. I've done some shit, and I was always relying on people getting beats from other people and blah blah blah, but I've never put out something that I truly felt was me. So I just got into the producing game not too long ago, and I feel like now I found my sound, and I'm like, bro, I've been doing this shit forever, bro. Like, the fuck,
I'm telling you, producing is like, oh my god. Okay, so I'll tell you how I feel about production and beat making. If anybody confuses the two, they're definitely not the same.
Talk to these kids.
Talk to these cherries.
Dude, talk to them.
And Josh knows because he produces. Josh is a good producer. I think he's better than me. I mean, I think it ranges from beat to beat. He makes better beats sometimes, and sometimes.
All right, we need a beat battle.
Man.
Beat battle.
Yeah, we had that beat battle we had a beat battle on the page on the Now You Man's on the Instagram. Man, those 2 kids fucking they shit the bed. They came with the weakest shit, and they had the nerve to be like, let's have a sample round and then a non-sample round. Both were trash. I'm like, bro, sampling is so fucking easy. Like, when it comes to finding something that sounds dope for everyone.
Yeah, sampling's bro. I love sampling. I just got into it.
But it's quick to find something that just sounds good. Then you can add whatever you want to it.
But here's the thing with sampling, though. So, sampling is, not only an art, picking a beat is an art. I won't even lie. If you don't make beats, picking the beat is art. But, with sampling, you gotta, really be... I wouldn't even go out my way to find samples. I don't, on purpose, because I don't want to make myself... I find when I go out my way to do things in music, the music tells me, dude, just relax. It'll take care of itself.
You have to just let it happen.
For real, and that's what I've been doing a lot with production. You learn that a lot, and you kind of allow yourself to I don't know, production. Being able, think about it. Russ does all his stuff by himself, but he's so well tailored. He is such a well tailored producer because he's his own producer, so he knows what he wants.
Yeah,
and I think that's given so much to us, especially because Josh raps too. And it's not just oh, he's a producer and he raps. It's he has a double major. It's he literally he has both of these two on the same pedestal.
Well, I mean, for producing and rapping, I started rapping first, and I got into producing sometime later because I don't have any money to buy no beats or anything like that. So let me make
half the time you buy some shit, people are scumbags in the music industry, bro. They'll sell you some shit that some dude just dropped a single for, and because you didn't hear it, you done fucked up. You getting flagged with cease and desist for nothing.
And that's the thing. That's why I wanted to start. So I started with well, of course, you know, we all started with GarageBand at some point in our little lives.
GarageBand on the iPhone.
It's the best.
For real, as a sperm cell. But bro, when I started using FL and I was so sucky, I don't know, it just gave me, even though they were sucky beats, it gave me this sense of empowerment. Oh wow, nobody can hold this over me. I can do this myself, and I'll make a better beat, and I'll look at your beat, get inspiration, and I'm telling you, that's been such a game changer because I never bought a beat in my life.
It's a rough world to live in buying beats, man. It's a tough, confusing, muddy world, man.
I have no idea what that.
It's muddy, bro.
What that's like. So I'm sorry to the conglomerate.
I have so many nightmare stories of yo, I got a beat from someone. The dude's in contact. As soon as the money went through, he couldn't even cut a minute off. He couldn't hook nothing. Disappear. It's a tough world, bro.
I'll just open Logic. Double click.
Yeah. Right. Oh well, now and having that power though, it's good. I feel that's why I've been telling people, I'm yo, just take that time off to learn this shit. It's gonna save you money. It's gonna change your whole sound once you start to really get good at it. You know, so it's yo, step your level up yourself. You know.
For real, but I think we have a common what? Oh man, you're getting me into my we have a very
his
very
his conspiracy bag.
Oh, I have so many, but this is not even a conspiracy, man. I think like the value of being able to be independent is not as, I don't know, we just don't promote it as much as hip hop anymore. We just think, oh, rap over beat. We don't think, oh, we need to develop a skill set as a songwriter, as this, as that.
That's
because
sad.
who knows? You might fall out of genre sometime and be popping. Like, look at Childish Gambino. I mean, I'm not saying like he hip hop, like he pops genres every day, but like he
does whatever he wants.
diverse.
Yeah, he does whatever he wants, and it sounds beautiful regardless. Like
exactly, and that's production power, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's been doing that for he's been doing it for a long time, and I was a fan of. I got into him when Cul-de-sac dropped because I was a fan of like Derek comedy and shit. And I used to just, you like a comedian back in the day. I'm like, I'm gonna follow him. I'm like, oh shit, he's doing music stuff too. So I'm like, let me take a listen.
Yeah,
and I was like, yo, this is dope. Yeah,
I still need a Cul-de-sac remaster.
Oh yeah, Cul-de-sac and Royalty. Yeah,
Cul-de-sac.
Have you listened to? Did you like Camp?
No, I didn't listen to. I don't listen to that.
Oh man, yeah, those are two. Those are two. Like you'll hear that. That's the birth of everything.
I guess, Johnny, this is where the disconnect is.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I get it too because I get it too. Like when Camp came out and Camp went head to head with J. Cole's debut album. I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in high school, so I was young, and so I get it. You guys are damn near almost half my age. So
is that what? What is that? Made the Beat and Murdered It. Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony. Oh yeah, Camp was fire. Camp was wild, man.
Oh, you talking about Bonfire?
Yes.
Bonfire was off Camp.
Yes.
Yeah, Camp.
It was off the Camp album.
Yeah, that album's fire. But yeah, man. Like even that though, like that empowerment of having that, like. There's the thing that happened with like the generational gap, but I mean, I'm not even gonna say generational gap. It's just the growth of the internet world gave everyone shortcuts. And oh yeah, this is what I talk about. Gave everyone shortcuts, and that kills the quality to the point where it's made that way because marketing wise, they want people to be like, yo, rap is easy.
Right. No.
Yeah, I'm seeing like a lot of YouTubers trying to put out rap.
Well, that's what rap is.
Dude,
now.
not
rap
even YouTubers.
It's
think about it.
so easy to put your music on all platforms.
Think about it. Like from a marketing standpoint, the era we're in right now is we're probably one of like the lowest form of talent as far as what's being pushed. Because who's our number one rapper right now is a stripper. Think about it, like a stripper is that, and now what do you? How many strippers do you know that are trying to rap right now? I know a bunch of them now that are trying to rap, and I'm like, yo, this is
like a
crazy.
Cuban doll.
All the dolls were
just
strippers.
Them, though. Like, I know some like that. What's that?
The whole collection.
What's that homegirl that you know? She's from your old hood, Mark. The one from Florida. She's doing this shit now too. Rocky D.
Oh, Rocky D. The thing with that, it just widens the spectrum. I don't think like the talent gets so. To be fair, we do see a lot of low-level talent. I won't even lie. Like I just see like top. So where people aren't putting in their effort.
Yeah.
But like I feel like the whole spectrum in general is like widening up. I'm not gonna say like I will say definitely we have a lot more personality than you get. Like okay, think about it. In terms of personality, you guys had Tupac. Tupac was not a lyricist. Like he made good similes, made good metaphors, but he was by no means.
He had layers. Tupac had layers. He had layers.
There's levels. There's levels.
I don't know. That's the thing. But see, people say that. But my argument to that is his lyricism didn't come in the form of like, let's chop up the. You think of Tupac, you do the same flow. That's a form. Like no one did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He also came from two generations. He was in Digital Underground. So back in the day, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then he transitioned to that 90s hard shit. He went two different generations. He didn't have time to even go to that third. You know what I'm saying?
My thing with Tupac is like, okay, like don't get me. And I think he's being very misrepresented. He's a very pivotal figure in hip hop. Like we need we need to be a lot
just
more
in black culture. Period.
We need to like, man, our definition of subgenres and genres are terrible. I think with Tupac, he was not at all like, look, you can't compare him to Eminem or Nas because like. Lyrically wise, in a battle rap, he just wouldn't win. He was very sentimental about the street life, so people who could relate to that, they did. but because you guys saw him on TV, because it was happening in real life, think about it. You know how we have Cardi B now? She's posting everything on her Instagram story. So we're into it. The next generation won't understand that. The next generation won't understand how X impacted us, because dude, his music is great regardless, but bro, when you compact that with all the Instagram stories, the YouTube videos, the gaming videos, everything, you're like, bro, I'm a part of this. This is an interactive experience.
Yeah. Okay, like, when it comes to that perspective,
I definitely respect that, because it's like I get it being a part of that.
Yeah, and I think that's the big, like, it's nobody's saying Tupac is trash. That's definitely not it, but it just didn't come across with the same magnitude as it did.
But see, the thing is with that is, like, a lot of the things that like my argument with Tupac is, like, Tupac got the job done for what he did, and it's not like, even now till this day, like, even if I have to bring up some new school, or maybe like the generation like right before this one, you can't say that, like, you can say certain artists, like, you're gonna tell me that Chance the Rapper's lyrical? No, but you feel his music. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And he is a set piece. He's a set piece for these young kids. That's the same thing as a Tupac. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't discredit it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody does the same thing. Like, not everybody's gonna rap like Lupe. During the Nas era, like, you're not gonna say that Jay-Z was lyrical, but they're here when it comes to that spectrum, that timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they
had the same impact, the same power.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with that, to say that Pac is not lyrical is kind of fishing for it.
And at the same time, okay, maybe that's a bit, maybe a bit of a stretch. He wasn't a lyrical guy, but he definitely was, like, hella important. Like,
he had layers, he had great music. Like, there's some songs that, like, I could still listen to that I'm like, yo, this shit gives me chills. Like, it brings me back. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he did a lot of different things, and it's like, during that time frame, we didn't need someone to be lyrical. We need someone to be truthful. We needed some real shit. And like, now I feel like we're in that. And now I feel like that's why my disconnect with a lot of the new age, like, because I like some new age stuff for sure. Like, sonically, like, so a lot of it sounds good, but my disconnect with a lot of the new age is no one's giving me a very real feel. Like, I'll hear some stuff, some dudes try to tell stories and this and that, but I think it's because I see every person in that same spectrum doing the exact same thing. They all look the same. They do the exact same thing. Where it's
clone
like,
rap.
Yeah,
it's all
to
the
me,
clone
where
rap.
it's like, I need someone to literally give me a real piece of them so I can attach them. But I see that with even new old school kind of rap. Like, I hate Joyner Lucas because I feel like he raps about other people's shit. He doesn't have a personality in rap. I can't attach to him.
Yeah, he's also part lyrical, miracle, spiritual.
Yeah, miracle, yeah.
Like Miracle Whip.
Yeah, he just rapping shit.
I'm good. I'm good.
And it's like, to me, I have nothing from him. I hear nothing that's his story. I've only heard him rap other people's stories.
Other people, right? I think, that's very interesting. I think, like, that's a very true statement, though, because, like, Jordan Lucas is always talking about concepts rather than his own life.
And it's never his life.
Like, okay, like, I enjoy. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy, like, I enjoyed his "I'm Not a Racist." I enjoyed, the other videos. They're very compelling and controversial.
Yeah,
but,
they're cool to watch.
Yeah, in terms of talking about himself, he doesn't really give an individualistic.
He's like he's a vanilla bean frappuccino.
Yeah, he's, to me, even if he did a song with M and all that, to me, I'm just like, oh, this is somebody that I saw a few years ago sharing his contest entry on posts that I've shared my content entry on, rapping with Eminem. He still never left that stage for me because I get nothing from him, and that's, it's realistic, But that's what I feel like with the new generation, like, of, like, the new sound. I don't feel like anyone's giving me, like, them. I feel like a lot of their stuff is very tailored. I don't have, like, I couldn't name a new age artist who's giving me, like, a real bit of them. And it doesn't have to be all the time, but I need to be like, yo, I hear 2 or 3 songs and I'm like, oh, I know where he's from.
You know what I will say? So, okay.
I'm like, now that you said that, Johnny, like, I'm jogging my brain, like, the catalog. Nope.
And there's new age dudes I love, but nothing.
So so that comes to, like, another define the term. So when you say new age, are you talking about, like, hard 808s and auto-tune, or, like, just, like,
when I say new age, I say adapting to the popular subgenre of hip hop now, like the state that's very popular now. Like, I have two artists,
little genre.
Yeah, like, I have 2 artists, but I can't fully put them in there that I can say that I can relate. Like, I get stuff from them. Like Femdot, he's one of my favorite new guys right now, but he's just in that line of where he does the new age sound, but he raps too. Then there's like I can't say Token. Token's a child, but Token rap raps.
Man,
he raps, and I get I understand.
I cannot stop listening to that album.
But then
dude, he is good, man. I can't. Yeah. Josh and I heard him in the car. We were on the way to a show. Josh, we accidentally hit the Token song, and we were
trying to play a Logic song on Spotify, and it was actually a radio playlist, and it came up to him, right? And like the sound he was using, the instrument, it was weird. But when he started rapping, you're like, hold on, don't skip it.
He's out of his goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, dude, shock value is what we're learning from like these artists. Dude, he's starting the same way Tyler started, the same way Eminem started. I mean, like Eminem had his whole thing. I don't think anybody's ever gonna start up like Eminem, but like, the shock value, he is definitely somebody to look out for.
Yeah. But see, the thing with
I don't know if you were.
He changed that, like when because like I met him way back in the day at I went to a hip hop tournament in Cali, and I met him. He lost the tournament. And, like I saw him, just a young kid, and everybody's like, "Yo, that's the young guy. That's the young guy." And he had like a chip on his shoulder then. So to watch him come out, he came out with his first album, and I was like, "Oh, I wasn't really expecting that from him," so I didn't feel it. But then the album he just dropped, he's talking about how like he doesn't have the shock value anymore. He's like, yeah, I'm of age now, so people, I already show people I can rap. What else do I show people? I can't just keep shocking them. I want to make my music. Like that's why I think it was one of my favorite albums like of 2018. But like that type of stuff, that whole personal shit he's talking about, like all his young homies who were like, yo, when you get rich, we're gonna go party and this and that. And he's like, yeah, but I don't even talk to them anymore because I have money now. Like he put shit on the table that no one puts out there because it happens. We see it. It's real.
I like that. Like it's that's very like I would say Tyler the Creator too though. Like he's been, I mean, more so he doesn't do it.
He just got into
blatantly, but he talked about it a lot more in his last album. I really like.
Oh, Flower Boy!
I loved Tyler since the beginning.
Flower Boy's great.
Flower Boy was great, man.
Good time. Very good time.
He's also come a long way, like from him eating the roach and talking about threesomes with the nuns. Like there's a huge gap.
I miss that Tyler. High key, I really
Tyler
wanted to get
dope.
aggressive again, but
I miss Goblin, man. I miss Goblin.
That Tyler was the best. Whenever he featured, he was trying to eat people. He was going after it, bro.
Right.
But it's also good to see though, like because he's always been producing his stuff, so his progression is also amazing.
Exactly, and I love watching him do that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's like I will always look at him as one of those. To me, he was always like when he first came out. I'm like, yo, this dude and Odd Future, they're gonna lead the young kids in any way possible, and they kind of still do in their own sense, like. People still follow them.
I heard the word Odd Future. Oh, I literally like. This is my thing. Let me tell you. I love like. Don't get me wrong. I will totally be a bandwagon for the rest of my life. Like I don't even. I'll front to it. I don't even care. But bro, there are too many bands out here trying to sound like Odd Future. Like literally. Yeah. So you know what I did? So we had a magazine article, and I was like, no, I'm literally not gonna say we're like the new Odd Future. I was like, yeah. So this pretty much presents a storyline to the media about how like. The Black Eyed Peas would have done if they actually transitioned successfully into the new age, type of rap. Because, like, bro, Odd Future was great, for the album they did, but bro, they were their own people. Yeah. Like, and I think that's what we're lacking. You're right. We're lacking.
Is no individuality. Yeah, no one who's just like ready to take a risk because it's like nowadays it's like, yo, if I can make money if I become this guy, if I become this, and no one's like maybe I'll fail, but I'll still have my own sound. No one thinks like that anymore.
Exactly.
It's shortcut.
It's so damaging because here's the other thing though. I read this book. I mean, I don't read like don't get me wrong, but I read part of a book at least, and it was just like talking about how other people, their opinions are not going to matter much when you just do what you say you're going to do. Like when we just started doing we just started doing our music, and we sent a couple of demos out to some people. Some people were just like, I remember who were we talking? I'm not going to name no names, but Josh knows some people at his old job who just weren't rocking with the music. And then we put out another single, and man, it just blew up. Like we were like, okay, I really think people's opinions are worthless at this point because like everyone's saying this, and now they're saying that, and I'm just like, bro, you just can't listen to people.
You just have to, yeah.
Well, it's a game. All it takes is the first L too. Like if your first comment is an L.
Yeah,
everybody doesn't. They won't even listen to it. Everybody else is gonna be like L.
Right,
L.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's such a crowd mentality, man.
Yeah, and it's like that takes away from the originality. Like no one wants to do their own thing, and that's like I get it, like people's opinions. Does suck for the most part, but there's some in there that you can hear, and you're gonna be like, all right, they're saying something. So it's a game for sure. It's a game for sure.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you should feel good. Like if you're putting out. if you truly feel like you're putting your all into something and you're 100% satisfied when it's done, if you feel like, oh man, I should have added, if you don't feel like I should have added this or this and that, if you feel like, yo, that's done, my hands are wiped, I did my thing, it doesn't matter what anyone says because you did something true to you. Yeah. Those are the people we like. Even if we give something a bad review, we could say we're not vibing with something, but we know the people who come in the comments crying. They know that they slacked, or they're like, "Oh yeah, the mixing got messed up." It's like, bro, why'd you put it out?
Exactly. That's what like. I am literally like, bro. You don't understand how many times I ask, like, "Are you listening to what you're actually putting?" Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, we all run into deadlines. We all procrastinate. But, bro, all you really have to do is take time. That's why I mean, like, it's simple. Like, you know, be creative in your own time. Take time to just let your mind run free.
And that's what I tell people. I'm like, yo, if you're not attached to a label, if you're not attached to a major, PR, and all that shit, you have no excuse to not put out your best music. Because, like, back in the day, everyone's first album was always their best because they didn't have to worry about deadlines. They had all the time in the world to perfect and finish a project. And then once you get in the game, that's what sees whether you're better or not, because then you will get hit with those label things. You will get hit with those things when it comes time, especially if you're touring and doing shows. You're like, man, a year just passed. I can't play the same live set. I need new music. That can put that pressure on you. I get that. But we shouldn't hear that in your first release. You know, your first release should be something that we're like, yo, we know who this dude is. We have no idea where he's going to go, but it's going to be good from here. You know what I'm saying? Good, right. And that's why, and people come at us, and I'm like, bro, the fact that people come at us, I'm like, yo, the fact that you're mad means that you probably regret putting this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I'm like, are you really mad at us?
That's why I was.
Yeah, I see what you're saying because I see what you're saying. As Logic's first major label album, Under Pressure, he said it took him like 3 years to complete it. That's why.
And I love that. Yes, exactly. And that album is fucking dope. And you know what's crazy,
bro? I love that album.
That album is the only album Logic has out where you get a real piece of him.
I know.
Really? You think so?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. The one that came out after is about space. It don't got too much personal stuff. It's about space.
It's a story, but
it's not about him. And then the one after that, there's nothing. It's just him running out of gimmicks. Like that first one, I could tell you off rip. I'm like, he had a cigarette problem. He was out here getting judged. He was trying to get out of the hood life. Like I know this shit about his sister, his brother. But everything after that,
he's also black and white. If you didn't know, I don't know. He's also biracial, and he's also from Maryland.
He's saying he's biracial all the time, bro.
Yeah, but that's because he ran out of his. He was like, "Yo, this gimmick worked, so I'm gonna keep."
And he's also and he's from Maryland.
I mean, you know what I will say. So when you're starting up, like I've studied like and unconsciously, so I've studied a lot of artists. I mean, you market your pain, you market your life story. You build a narrative in your head and you build it. I mean, you can only go so far. The most successful person, in my opinion, who has marketed their pain is Eminem. He's done it for a long time.
Yeah.
And even then, he's had to go to albums where he just talks about complete other, like, whatever. Like, he can't even, like... Because it is a lot. And sometimes you just don't want to get so emotional. You just want to make art for the sake of making it. I do think Logic is at a stage... Yeah, he's getting good money. He has good money.
He ran out of shit to write about.
But I think he's transitioning into it. Like, even if he does, like, you feed off your problems. And once he starts running to, like, you know... I don't even know what problems he's going to end up running into because it's kind of hard. Think about it. It's very counterintuitive. You rap about your problems, you get big, you get money,
you have no problems. Yeah.
So what are you going to rap about?
But see, the thing with Logic is, like the thing with Logic, the thing with him is like, yeah, we get that, like, but he kind of messed himself up more because he took on I'm going to do the positive stuff. I'm going to rap this positivity and all this type of stuff, but. Then you're out here talking about you don't fuck with people. Then you talk about this, but then you literally don't have anything that's attaching to you. Like if you're saying you're a positive dude, but you're really not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you can't like say that's your niche and then you
change
like
your niche.
He's stuck. Like he's stuck where he's trying to only be that. But then he's trying to play it cool. Like, yo, nah, fuck it. They want the old struggling Sinatra, so I'm gonna just word salad aggressively. So I feel like he fucked himself over. Like I'm waiting for Logic to rap about why him and Homegirl aren't together no more. Like where's that Logic?
Right. I was
just trying to crush cheeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I want to hear about that. I want to hear about how he got buff and he's like, yo, now I'm a fucking sex symbol. I'm Rubik's cubing on butt cheeks. Like I want to hear that.
Right.
No, but it's
I think Logic, man.
I've heard him say like a lot of things, and it does.
And
seem
it's
a bit
all the same: lyrical, miracle, spiritual.
Well, chill, because
with some
chopping.
He talks about
same shit.
About the positivity, but he also talks about, he kind of keeps it real. Like, yeah, my mindset is to be positive, my intent is to be positive, but bro, at the end of the day, I'm a human being. You know, I might end
from
up
Maryland.
Yeah,
it's biracial.
Black and white.
No, I get that. He just doesn't like. I feel like he ran out. I feel like he's ran out. You know, of stuff.
Don't forget though, isn't he kind of old though? Low key.
He looks like Harry Potter.
I think he's on steroids, but
he's 28, 29 years old.
Oh, he looks like Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's on steroids because he hit puberty
Harry
again.
Potter.
Oh my god! Yeah, part 2, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's one of those artists. Like when I first heard him, when I heard Under Pressure, like because I knew the tapes, I've heard of his original tapes. I'm like, oh, this dude can rap. But when I heard Under Pressure, I was like, this project is fantastic, and I was all on board. And the second one, I was like, yo,
man,
he's creative. So I'm like, he's a rapper and he's creative. So I love the first two, but then everything after that, I'm like, bro, he lost some sort of fire that was in him, and it's almost like, and people always give me shit for this, but it's almost like with Kendrick Lamar. Like,
we're gonna disrespect
Good Kid, Mad City.
Manz.
I was like, man. At first, I wasn't into it because I didn't like the single when it first came out. But then when I listened to the album, I'm like, yo, this is low key a masterpiece. I feel like I'm watching Boys in the Hood.
Wait, which one?
The Good Kid, Mad City. So I was like, this is a hungry dude because I've known Kendrick for a minute. Like Kendrick used to. I'm like a big Tech 9 fan, so Kendrick used to rap. He was on Tech's album. He was always like on these older stuff and like these underground dudes. So I'm like, yo, this dude's.
Yeah, I love the fact that
people think Kendrick is damn. Like, that's the only thing that I hate.
That upsets me is like Kendrick worked, and I heard him, and I heard back in those days he featured on everything, and he would try to outshine everyone. And then Pimp a Butterfly dropped, and I was like, this is solid. J. Cole's a whole different story. Then Pimp a Butterfly came out, and I'm like, all right, I get what he's doing. He's doing his Kendrick thing. He's bringing this message, but he brought back that West Coast funk. That's holding the West Coast on your back. I support that. But then he dropped the no name, the no name Untitled, and it was dope. It had some fire stuff, but I was like, he's kind of getting lazy. And then
really,
I feel like he got a little lazy. And then Damn came out, and I was like, this is the most uninspired project I've ever heard from this.
Really?
Damn,
it's my least favorite
Damn
project.
Was like
of
a
his.
talented dude. To me,
absolutely.
Damn was like someone who I know can give you 50 points a game whenever, and he's like, I'm just gonna put up 20, so maybe we win. That was the laziest shit ever. You know, I feel like
he didn't.
I feel like he's so rich and so up here in rap that he has nothing to prove, where he doesn't even have to try. He's just like, whatever. Like this is coming. Like
that
you know what I'm
stupid
saying?
Double concept. Oh
yeah, that whole thing that he stole from Lupe.
If you listen to it backwards, it's a different story. Like no, it's the same story, but backwards.
Because he stole that. He's the one he stole that from Lupe. But still, like, look at Lupe. Like Lupe has never written a song, even when he did the New Age stuff. He's never written a song lacking in substance. Ever. Lupe is literally, I don't care if it sounds New Age, I don't care how simple it sounds. If you read the lyrics to them, any fucking song he wrote, you're gonna be like, oh, I didn't know he meant all that. Like his shit is layered, and deep.
Like, how did you explain him to me? He uses very simple words to get the
deepest message,
a huge message out to you.
Yeah,
like even like Kick Push, you know what I mean? Like that actually has like a really deep meaning, and people don't understand it.
College breakdowns of different, completely different theories. That's how you know a song is good. When he probably didn't even mention
when it has theories. Like a whole subsection. Yeah,
it's crazy.
You know, I don't know, man. I feel okay. So for me, Damn was like I really enjoyed it. I'm not even.
But see, the thing is, it wasn't bad music. Kendrick. It wasn't like it was bad music, but to me, it sounded like Kendrick lost. He wasn't. It felt like it was like I'm gonna throw a bunch of throwaways. Maybe I'll connect it this way. And this is just I'm just rapping because I know I can. You know, and it wasn't like he did something for us. Like it wasn't for the fans. It wasn't like he wasn't trying to blow our minds. He wasn't like, yo, I'm gonna sit and work on a project. No, he's just like, I'm famous.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, that's the human nature about it. I mean, think about it. Would you really like? Because it's. I will not lie. Like, it's harder to write for people than for yourself. And I just think like it's gonna be natural. Like we're gonna see that naturally for every artist. Like you know, when they get up there, they're gonna slap.
Just give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. because I mean, it's just natural. Think about it. When you run, like, let's say you're working out of the gym.
I don't do any of those things. But okay.
I mean, okay, hypothetically, you did.
No, I don't even want to think about it like that. I'm gonna get tired.
He's sweating right now.
Like, you just wouldn't go as hard later, let's say you're doing it for a month, you just wouldn't go as hard later as you would before when you're just trying to shed all the weight. Let's say you got all the muscle down. Now you would just do light cardio because you're not really worried about trying to burn all the weight. He's in a different stage. And I think it's definitely more enjoyable when they're in the struggling stage because, bro, music is energy. Literally, like, think about it, man.
I want Kendrick to have his first leg day.
But see, that's my thing. Again. I feel like when,
yes, absolutely.
But see, that whole concept though, like that's why I believe in the whole. I feel like the way music is now, it's so media driven. It doesn't even matter what the fans think because I believe that when someone like Kendrick, who's on top of the world, slacks, that is prime time for him to fall, and it's like the world won't let him fall. And to me, that doesn't make rap competitive anymore. That makes rap controlled. Because think about it like this. Nas had Illmatic. He was doing first few releases fire. He dropped 1 week album. Who else comes in? Other rapper starts coming in. Everyone starts coming in. Biggie, Pac died, and it's like, yo, everyone's like, fuck it, we finna get crazy. Like, even look at now, like, Nas had so many up and downs. He's my favorite rapper, and like dude, no matter how many bad albums he had or how many good albums he had. One of my favorite Nas albums was Life is Good because he was like, yo, I'm going through a divorce and I'm also realizing that all I have is my passion. And he put out one of the best albums ever. Like off of that alone, off of that competitiveness and off of that, like just I mean, I'm not saying a divorce is a bad thing, but like off of one thing that changed his whole shit.
He used his emotions.
Yeah. And what did it do? Boom. Put him back up there. Jigga Jay-Z, 444. Everyone lost it,
Do you think that's why? Okay, so I have a question. Because let me be careful how I word this. Do you think that's why Drake
don't get killed by an old head?
You think that's why Drake is always able to put out like these, like besides production, besides 40 producing all this stuff? Do you think that's why he's always putting out like this stuff? Like, because I feel like his drama in his life that he draws from is more social and emotional rather than financial.
Illuminati.
I think with Drake, what it is he even though we're watching his downfall now as we speak, but
what?
Yeah, I think his time's up. But Drake, the difference with Drake is he created such a difference in the mainstream world based off of his good background, his good upbringing, his movie world. He slowly came up, but the thing people forget about Drake is like Drake came out rapping. Drake was fucking rapping. And he was literally snapping to the point where everybody's like, yo, he ghost wrote for Wayne during the best Wayne. He ghost wrote for Nicki during the mixtape era. I was about to
say, there was a point where I was like, oh man, Drake can smoke this person.
Yo, and he did. And Drake went through the gauntlet.
I can't even say that now.
He fought. Really? But see, now Drake also he has been so inspired, but he extended his reach. Because when he hit his uninspired stage, he started getting features, the top best features to keep his sound going. But now, look at the last 2 releases. Like, Views and Scorpion are dog shit compared to other Drake stuff. They're boring. I like
Scorpion a lot, though. I would not lie.
I didn't hate it, but it's very boring compared to, like, if you look at it compared to his body.
It was boring.
It's boring. You don't want to listen to it all day. You'll listen to it every now and then. Like, if I'm taking a bubble bath and doing some light skin shit, then I'll put on some Scorpion.
That's what I be doing.
Why are you always taking bubble baths, Johnny?
Because, man, I grew up never being able to do that. Right?
I just like to feel stuff, man. I'm a very bro. Don't get me. I'm an emotional person, bro. And
where's your teddy bear at? Where's the teddy bear?
Yo, facts.
He's over here. Dude, you already know.
Oh, Blue.
That's
Blue.
It's your boy.
No, but see, that's the thing. Like, now that's why, like, when I did your project and stuff like that, like, I can relate to that because, like, I'm an emotional person too, but I respect because, like, I grew up in the golden era of like a lot of things, so I'm very like, I grew up loving '90s hip hop, but I grew up loving '90s hardcore more. '90s hardcore is very political, it's very emotional, it's very raw. But I also saw the birth of like the emo era. I saw the birth of all that, and I was caught right in between. But I learned to appreciate very realistic music, So that emotional stuff, I love that type of shit. But it's, to me, I have like this chip on my shoulder where if it doesn't feel authentic, then I'm not
then it's
here
like,
for
I'm
it.
not listening to it. No.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, this
Dude,
is
it's
fake.
a no
Someone
for me,
made
Chief.
this. You know, someone put this together of a bunch of people's thoughts. I want to hear
Right.
some dark shit, you know, like, so, but
Like Juice World really like hits me hard, man. Dude, I can't even lie to you. Like, look, some people, he's rolling his.
I don't
eyes,
like
dude.
that. I don't like
like
Juice World, but
Let me be totally honest. So when I like an artist, I'll be like, okay, they're cool, and I don't go out my way to, you know, be super fans. Like if somebody hits me with like some really emotional stuff, and then I just get looped into their, you know, wormhole of like, you know, content, then I'll be like, okay, I'm a fan. Eminem, definitely a fan. Bro, Juice WRLD, when I started listening to his music, I was like, wow, this is actually like really good writing. Like I started like really listening to the lyrics.
It's because
And
you
bro,
still see shadows in your room. I get it. I get it.
But
Well,
see,
no,
the thing
not
with Juice
even
WRLD
that.
is I think that
just-
Juice WRLD took the Future playbook, because when I first heard Future and everybody's like, yo, this dude's weird, I'm like, nah, he's writing some fucked up stuff. His stuff
actually
is
really
negative.
sad.
And I listened to, and I used
Really?
to like really,
Future is so
shit
negative.
so
I
dark
haven't
and
heard it.
negative, bro.
Future is not for the kids.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, when they did that joint project, I still liked it. It wasn't great, but I was like, yo, I love it, because Future is like, to me, it was Future passing off the torch. Like, yo, I started doing this negative over this simple sounding shit. Here, you could take this. And that's why like people forget, like Future blew up. He was huge at one point because of that. Like people don't realize how negative he was. But like to me, Juice WRLD he hasn't attached to me yet, because I haven't heard anything from him that sounds too original just yet. You
Like
know,
when I heard his first,
Really?
what is it? What is his first album? Goodbye and Good Riddance, right?
Yeah.
I listened. Okay, don't get me wrong.
it was a good project.
It was a good project.
Yeah, it was a good project.
But it's not something. I guess it's because we're the older demographic. It's not something that I'm going to listen to and be like, oh yeah, it's gonna stick with me. You know what I mean?
But it also
I mean, honestly, and think about it. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, because in just being technical here, his music really describes like adolescence. Like
absolutely 100%.
Really, like, cause, I mean, dude, he's talking about Zen, he's talking about mom. I mean, bro, like when you get to like a certain age, I mean, I'm not gonna be doing all that when I'm like 25, like 30, even 27. I'm gonna probably stop because I gotta be like, somewhat responsible.
At least you have that mindset, because most rappers nowadays who are 21 years old aren't thinking about 25. They're not thinking about 31. They're not
the
thinking
thing
about
is
40.
because they're not paid to think about that sort of stuff.
No,
they feel like if they
they're worried
stop
about
thinking
the
about it,
moment.
they're not going to get paid, because then
Exactly.
they're like, yo, I'm not J. Cole. I'm not writing like J. Cole. So once I'm done with this turn up stage, I'm done. Like I'm fucking done.
That
so I
is
need to get
the
into Fashion Nova and shit like that. Like,
let me tell you, that's the ultimate form of evolution of consumerism, where they turn the artists into consumers, man. I'm telling you, bro. The music industry is literally trying to turn all the artists into consumers, and then trick them into thinking that they're like, you know, doing all this stuff.
It's
really,
a shortcut.
Like,
it's a quick shortcut. It's like, yo, who's running the industry right now? The kids. So instead of us having some adults manipulate the kids, let's get some kids to do it, because kids are going to listen to kids. Kids are going to listen to kids. So let's get these kids. Let's cut off they don't have youth anymore. They're going to be our puppets. And they're going to take everyone with them, because once they're out of play and we put another kid there, regardless, kids are buying it, and it's never going to end.
Exactly.
It's a vicious cycle. You know what? And that comes with the streaming too. Like, as much as everybody loves streaming, we're now officially everybody's a consumer. Nobody goes out and buys albums. CDs are no longer exist unless you buy them online. So everybody's going to stream everything.
Yeah.
And that's why things are going in and out, because you don't have a physical copy of something.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, I'm going to stream the next.
You're not going to buy their merch.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how many times Josh is probably gonna roll his eyes when I say this, but bro, I tell you, we're stuck in a whole matrix, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's not even I've come to a point where I realize, man, we're really like, they're programming us, and I'm not trying to say, I don't know, government conspiracy stuff. Literally, like, bro.
Yeah, we are in the matrix.
Yeah, it is.
They're programming us to think that, you know, being original and being creative is a risk. Or a bad risk. It definitely is. You're gonna get judged.
I talk this. Bro, if you want to talk some conspiracy stuff, I talks it.
Man,
this is my number one conspiracy thing, and I tell everyone.
I have one.
Go ahead.
Good. I got one. And I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna be like, all right, but go ahead.
Kanye West knew what he was doing when he was supporting Trump, and that was the smartest move ever.
He surrounded himself by trolls. He knew what he was doing.
Right, exactly, bro. And I'm telling you, he's a genius. Like I
just blew his mind. I know where you're coming from, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I get it.
See, he needs it. And look, I'm not saying his music. Like I like his music. I like some of his production. I love
his music, bro.
I follow him so much in terms of what he does in the media, how he causes trouble. Because let me be honest, when I get up, like if I'm able to get up there with Josh and all them, bro, I'm gonna be doing some stupid. And I'm not gonna be like
everything that he does is methodical.
Because think about it.
He does.
All he has to do is roll out. He has to tweet some shit. He's in the comfort of his own home. He don't gotta go nowhere, and he's buzzing.
Right,
it's genius.
Dude, do you know the dude Daylight? Have you seen a lot of this?
I've been a fan of Daylight since the old grime, like since the old Batman days when he used to freestyle and not even write any shit, bro. You kidding me? He has Spawn tattooed on his face. Yeah, he's a genius.
Nice with
he's a genius.
And dude, he's such an intellectual rapper. He was talking about how
his pen is dangerous.
Man, no, but not even that. Not even rap, dude. Think about like when he talks, bro. I don't know if you've seen his Instagram lives.
I've been a fan of his for a minute. I see all his fuckery.
So
you ever see his Vlad interviews where he has the white face on and the blonde?
The white face Daylight is definitely I need him to battle rap somebody as white face Daylight.
Oh my god, I would not be able to handle it. I couldn't. I'd die. I literally die. But man, he just really brings up a lot of good points about how it's a very, like you said, it's a vicious cycle. And man, no, we're not. I wish. I don't. You know what I debate between? Okay, when I'm able to get a platform and I can go mainstream eventually, what am I going to do? Am I going to continue the cycle and then get money off of it, or am I going to open people's eyes? I really like. Yeah. I'm just like I want to open people's eyes. Like I want to do the right thing. Yeah. But like I feel like when I get up there, it's going to be so hard to do. Yeah. Because it's going to be like I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that, and I can easily stay in my own comfort, feed my own family.
See, I feel like it should be. I feel like the way it should be a transition. So. The way I see it, like, because like a lot of this, and in case a lot of people don't know, like when I started the page, I did a lot of this to more so to help out like underground cats because like I'm an underground cat. I've been shut down by labels. I've gotten terrible reviews of music, all that good shit. So I like to do this stuff to empower and enlighten like the younger kids because I think that if you want to have a great career, you can do the young shit while you're young, but you need to have a transition out. And like a lot of my favorite, a lot of artists become my favorite when they go from like J. Cole did the hit thing. He did the back-to-back. He did the radio hits. He did all the stuff. He did the right markets. But then he hit a point where he was like, yo, I'm not that young anymore, so I don't know how long I can appeal to them. So he took that bass that grew up with him and he was like, yo, you know what? This is for you guys. And his sound matured and evolved so much that
you got to be careful with it.
It never ends. If you're just gonna stay like a young guy getting weird, it's like if you listen to someone tells you right now, like, yo, go listen to the Yin Yang Twins or fucking Trinidad James just dropped a single. It's hysterical. Man, it's like
he fell off really hard
because no one wants to hear him do that.
No, because nobody wants to pop a Molly.
Yeah,
and sweat.
And so, but yeah, nobody wants to hear him keep doing that because it's like, we're gonna let these younger guys do it. Like, what the fuck? Now you're just trying to be young. You know, we want to see people progress. Like, you don't want to see a child start. Steve Urkel fucking turn into an old man. You want to see him going, "Did I do that?" Like, nobody wants to see you stay young. Like, grow up. You know. And that's what these young cats don't get. They just think, I'm going to lock this in, and they never break out of it. And that's not how it works. You can't control the wave. You can't control the media. You got to just go with it.
That's why producing is man, and I can't tell you, that's why I'm so grateful for producing. So my thing is, like, I'll be up maybe, like, for a little bit, maybe like let's say 4 or 5 years, and then like just drop out, be a producer, consult people, show people, and then invest in more people, show them the mistakes I made so that they can be number one, or figure out how to get.
Dude, and honestly, with this platform, like this is a lot of things that I've been wanting to do that I'm like doing. I'm like a lot of like cats, even like you, and like a lot of the younger cats. I'm like, yo, I want to be here to be like, yo, dude, peep this or watch out for this. Like, here's some hints and stuff because it's like. I've been in part of the music industry for a minute. Like, I've made my channels, I've made my waves. Like, all my shit is clean. Like, I got my rep is good. My name out there is good. Like, people know that I do good business. So it's like, I want to spread that with other people. Like, sometimes that, like, yo, this kid's doing something is appealing, but sometimes you have to know what's going to fit your demographic, what's going to fit your market. Like, just appearance alone. Like, people think like, oh, you know, this is that. Like, it could be something as simple as he doesn't look like he raps like that. He should rap like that. Right. That's it. Your career's done. Like, you're done because you don't look.
That's
the way,
why I like to be behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a hard.
It's a hard world, bro. Yeah,
I'm good. I'll stick behind the keyboard, guys.
You know, but here's the thing with that. I think if you do something, try to do something somewhat different, not even completely, but like just be weird. Just be weird. Like that's
dude. People will spot it, bro. People, if you do something, honestly, at the end of the day, if you do something that's genuinely you, and it's like your creativity, and it's literally yours, people are gonna notice it. Like that's why even like on the project, like when I reviewed your project, I praised. I was like, bro, this is very new to me. This is fresh, like, and like this is we go through we listen a lot. I listen alone. I will do like 3 or 4 reviews a day.
Just he's not lying.
Just projects like remember that one day? There was one day where I did 10. I hear so much music. So for me to hear something and go, oh shit, that's type fresh.
That was one of those days too.
And other stuff. That's very hard.
I came into the group chat like, oh, I did 4 reviews, and Johnny's like, LOL, I did 10.
So, I was at work doing nothing, but I'm like, bro, and this was like 10 albums, bro. This is like it was nothing under 10 tracks, but it's like, like. It's just something that, like, to hear something fresh, you just know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just know. And when I heard yours, I was like, bro, this kid, I was mad that, like, I'm also mad at you because you produced it, and it's only on SoundCloud. If you produce your own music, put it out on all streaming before I kick your ass.
No, it was. It was on all streaming platforms.
Was it?
But I took it down.
It's
on Apple Music,
let me tell you a good story. So,
God.
I got a manager. But he didn't tell. Like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my old stuff down because I was listening back and there were still mistakes. You know, there's always gonna be mistakes. But I was like, man, I can make it. Like I can do big stuff. Like we can make this commercially. Like we can make this freaky. Like literally, our next album. We're planning on making it. We're calling it Alternative Ignorance. It's by our band, but bro, we're using just jazz. We're using everything from the last.
Music
I want to use a lot of stuff. Say again.
Music is music. Use everything.
Right,
music
and I just want to make it like just completely like insane. And I think I might read. I don't know if I'm going to redo Vintage Depression. I definitely know I'll be using.
Dude, I enjoyed it, man. A lot of stuff. I even said like a lot of stuff on there.
I enjoy that. Super unique. I enjoy that project.
Stuff
I usually don't like
cleaner, maybe a remaster. I'm like, yo, you have you have something.
Yeah, right. Like that was like. Now that like we got a bunch of new equipment and like I go to Josh's to record and now I'm using Logic and all this stuff. I used to use FL Studio and it's a good program.
Oh, facts.
After switching to Logic,
Logic is the cheat code.
Yo, Logic is a cheat code. Logic is a cheat code.
Logic,
you know what is
FL Studio is the real thing, bro.
Man, literally, this is what you need for good beats. Change your freaking instruments. Like play with the instrument. Yeah. Literally sit there for an hour. Don't even make any other, like make one loop and literally play with that instrument for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I do. I just sit down and imagine like I'm in like a new world, and I'm just like, what is this? Like, how can I shape this world? How can I make these colors? And when I tell you, I used to call BS when I heard people saw colors when they make music. Bro, that mess is real. That is
when Kanye painted that picture and he showed the beat. That shit is real. That's real stuff.
It's amazing. Real.
Yeah, man. People, the thing when people don't understand, like in music, you're not supposed to get comfortable, and that doesn't mean you have to be in a weird state or whatever. But that could be a positive. Like you're not supposed to get comfortable. You're not supposed to be like, no, these are the drums I use. You know, like listen to Swiss Beats. That motherfucker's drums sound exactly the same. He's washed. He doesn't use any other drums. He's washed. I don't want to listen to Swiss Beats.
It's showtime.
But you know, even then, bro, with the drums, like, dude, think about
switch it up.
Like,
whole different world.
And you don't even have to do that much to switch a drum kit up, bro. I could use one synth and make a whole orchestra right now, like if I wanted to, bro. But because all you're doing is editing the sounds, and I don't think we realize how much power we have. Like we built it, and I don't know. I guess we're in a
well, unfortunately, with the production side, we're in a copy and paste generation. They want everything to sound the same. They want everything to have an auto-tune VST.
Oh yeah, that's why there's an industry standard. Like an industry standard originally is supposed to mean like it's supposed to be like levels and frequency. It's not supposed to be an actual sound. But now people turn that into a sound because that limits it. So that makes everyone that's I like it for the sense that everyone that's a culture vulture type of thing is gonna jump right on it. But then it just sucks that when all the unique people go around it and do whatever, they just don't get heard, and that sucks. But
man, it's been a really tricky game just trying to read like the rap game in general, but honestly I'm glad I haven't really had trouble adapting to the new sound, because like a couple of the songs we've done does adapt to it, but I'm not even gonna lie, like Josh, would you even say like the new stuff adapts at all, or what do you? I don't even know what it is.
It depends on it depends on the person and how like what they do with the with the new stuff.
Like what you like?
Were you trying to say what would you categorize it as? Is that what you're saying? Like it doesn't have like a
man?
Yeah, like
definitely hip hop still, but it's just you know what? This is what I think it is. I think now
alternative.
Yeah,
it's alternative.
Indie rap.
We're gonna say alternative everything. We're gonna say alternative everything at one point.
Folk rap.
Like, I don't think so. But I think right now we're looking at part EDM, hip hop, and grunge, like thrash metal. Like,
hey, don't disrespect my thrash,
dude. I love thrash.
I am a thrash metal head. Are you kidding me? I almost got stabbed at my first thrash show. But anyways,
are you
lying?
It was wild, but I was young, huge hair Johnny. But anyways. I looked fucking crazy, but
you had some rough times, man, growing up.
Yeah, broken my nose 1,000 times. I'm living it. I'm still fixed it myself 1,000 times. But
are you serious?
Oh yeah, popsicle sticks and rubber bands, man.
Ouch. Dang, dude, that sounds wild. Man.
Oh man, I came through a couple of errors, man. I've been through an error, but. I mean, it is what it is. I still, honestly, when I want to get inspired, I listen to some of my favorite old, like, hardcore albums or, like, my favorite thrash albums and shit like that, and it's still just as good. It still feels as raw as it ever will.
Oh, that's definitely my muse.
Yeah.
Put on some Under Oath and, you know, get into my bag.
But yeah, no, that's dope though. But anyways, I'm not gonna hold you too long, but I do want to touch up on a few things before because we don't like to hold you guys for too long. But so
I got you.
I saw you got that shout out from Adam22. Which is dope. As much as we don't like him around these streets, that's dope. It's still a good look.
He's a clout monster.
Yeah, he is a clout monster. Clout vulture.
Really? Why you say that?
He doesn't care about the music. He doesn't care about rap. He just cares about what's going to influence kids and keep money in his pocket. You know, he doesn't give a shit.
Right.
About anything. He doesn't care about anything.
Like at the end of the day, I don't even see. I watched him for a bit, and I enjoy more so. I enjoyed the fact that when I went on to watch his interviews with X and Ski, I kind of enjoyed the fact that they were so long. That's why I was really engaged with his content already. I just don't know him like that personally. I don't see him anywhere.
He's not really like a big personal guy too. Like even in his interviews, you don't really watch it for him. You watch it for everyone else. He's very blank. He's very like.
Yeah,
he doesn't give off that he's passionate about it. It's like he doesn't care. He's just doing it to do it. And that's
very opposite of Joe Budden.
Joe Budden?
Joe Budden. Disrespect.
Dude,
I love him. I love Joe Budden.
He's so funny, bro.
Disrespect.
The thing with him, though, he's passionate.
He's passionate, but he's mean.
Passionate.
Like
he may be, but see, dude, I get that. I understand that meanness because I don't think Joe's not being mean to.
I'm not mean, so I don't know how that feels.
He's being mean because that's just all he knows. He's one of those people that if you're doing bad in your life and he needs to help you out, he's going to curse you out. Like if you're a junkie, he's not gonna be like, bro, you should. He's gonna be like, you fucking junkie piece of shit.
Right?
And I like that. We need people that are just honest and brutal.
Yeah, man, the honesty is very key because I remember he was doing an interview with Lil Yachty, and Lil Yachty was talking about money and blah blah. I don't know what the 360 deal is, and he was giving him.
And he was giving him. Yeah, he taught him, bro.
And I was rappers need to be not forget rappers. Just because you're black doesn't mean it's rap. I mean, bro, music artists need to be conscious of what they're signing. Get a lawyer, a family lawyer, somebody, or read. But at the same time, bro, the way you're presenting it to somebody, think about it. We're young. We're already a little bit intimidated. We have respect.
You hear a number you've never thought you would experience, money wise. Exactly. You're gonna just jump on it.
And I don't think it was right for him to yell at him for that because now he will never read
again. I promise you, because he's gonna be like, yo. That boy Joe, that dude Joe ain't making no money, but I am. I'm doing blah blah blah. Yeah. Bro, the pride's gonna set in. I mean, hopefully, maybe Lil Yachty can think for himself and be level headed because he seems like a very cool guy. He doesn't seem like I will say
he's
like,
one of the few new age.
He's one of the few people that actually I think that he actually did get something from it, but like the general mass of like that age range of artists wouldn't have got anything from Joe. Yeah, they would have just been like, we're getting yelled at.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and like, that's something like I will always try to understand because like I at least I think I'm a very sympathetic person and I try and view it from you guys' point and like you know from people from but man it was just very hard to watch. I was just like man.
See me, I love that because like I grew up around old hip hop heads and the way we talk about music we yell like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's just like they yell and it's not like it's no malice. It's like you know you go to the hood and you watch a Domino's game. It's some of the wildest shit you've ever heard, but no one hates each other. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all love. But you know,
I feel.
You know, like some people can't. I get like there's definitely a difference in like just that type of like tolerance. Like some people just don't understand like true passion. Like I'm one of those people. I'm so passionate. I yell about shit. But
I feel.
Yeah, but I get it. No, but I do get it if I'm yelling at someone and they're not as passionate as me. I'm gonna be like,
it's
shit. I'm kind of yelling at them.
Right.
You know, yeah. So I get that too. I get both ends.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's dope, man. And as far as with this new project, is this is the thing that you guys are both working on, the band? Is this the next thing?
So yeah, that's gonna be the next thing. I'm gonna. So I put out a bunch of singles.
Yeah,
right.
I'll be hitting you up. I'll let you know if I bump some stuff. I'm like, all right, I fucks with this. I'll hit you.
And like that's just been very experimental. It's just been really me just being like, you know, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna talk about my past experiences. I'm gonna be very honest. Like my thing. One day I really got like super emotional. I was like, wow, I really need to just be honest. Like I was.
He's actually light skinned.
He said he's actually light skinned. Facts. He's got light skin tendencies. We out here in these emotional streets.
No, oh my god, no.
It's all right, man. I get it.
I was like, there's no point in me putting music out if it's not 100% real. Yeah. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to, go through every beat, everything. I need it to mean something. So, and that's what I've been working on, just like getting a lot of emotional stuff ready. But with the band right now, we're focusing on a lot of hip hop. I've been doing a lot of screaming recently.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard. Let it out.
Dude, I have some finished songs, bro. But man, it's gonna be a mixture between a little grunge and some good, like actually like not like obnoxious pop.
Okay.
And still like keeping the hip hop feel, all under the category of hip hop. So I'm really excited. And Elevator People is going to be doing a lot of performances. I think we're going to be doing Battle of the Bands at my college, and then hopefully we can perform at Tiger Fest if we win that. When we performed at Towson, I'm a freshman at Towson, and man, let me tell you, like I don't care what anybody says, we were the best act there. And then, dude, let me tell you something.
Bro, they fucked their set up, bro.
So like we got there. Let me tell you a story. So we got there, and we were just like getting hyped. We're like, oh my gosh, we're actually doing this. Austin was working that day, and I was like, bro, I told you to cancel, so he didn't cancel. He was working until 8, and we were on at 9, like at 9-ish.
15.
Not even that. We were on at 8:30.
Oh.
And he wouldn't have been able to make it, so I got to push back. So then we're getting ready. We were nervous. We were practicing. Blah blah blah. And so we go. We have a live drummer, and then just a backing track, and then everything that we need. And it's a mashup of a bunch of songs that everybody knows. They start with some other music, and I was like, okay, so it's hype music. So we all go out and get the crowd hype. But let me tell you, 2 weeks prior, Peso de Mafia came in, tried to get everybody to stand up. Nobody stood up, but we got everybody to stand up. So I was like, all right, let's go. I don't even care, freshman, whatever. It doesn't matter. So then we're doing our thing, and they're still playing other songs, but the songs are lit. So I'm like, all right, and I know the words, so we get everybody hyped. So then I'm like, all right, guys, can we switch to our set? And we already practiced it with them. We did the audio. I'm just like, all right, let's go to our set. And bro, we finally get to our set. And I'm a little out of breath. I had rockstar energy a lot, mind you. And I was just like, okay, I can do this. I just got to regroup. So I'm regrouping. We got to doing backflips and whatever on our show. It was ridiculous. Bro, I got to thank you all.
I need to see.
I need the video. I need the video.
This sounds fantastic.
So then that happened. So then
then we got to the routine, so I started rapping, and everybody was going crazy. And then Josh went, and then it was Austin's. And bro, tell me how the music cuts off, and I'm just like, what is this? Like, dude, the music was, and I'm just like, okay, we're having a bit of technical difficulties. Can we run that back, DJ? And then no response. So I'm like, all right, you know what? It's whatever. We have a live drummer, y'all. We about to go out lit. You already know. So I'm like, hey, yo, can y'all say one word, flex? And so they're all like, flex. I'm like, all right, nah, say it one more time, flex. And they're all like, flex. So now I beatbox this thing. And I'm like, yo, my boy Daniel, he's on the drums. I'm like, yo, can you just mimic that beat? So he does it, bro. And then we just start saying flex, and the whole place starts saying flex. And we're like, bro. I was just like, dude.
They robbed you guys if you didn't win that. They robbed you guys if you guys were the ones there.
Dude, exactly.
It wasn't really a contest. It was just like a showcase. You know what I'm saying?
It was a showcase. It was a big showcase. It was sold out in 3 days.
That's dope.
It was lit. I love that.
It was pretty good, and it was really fun. It was second time performing with the band. We performed we made our own. We actually raised a bunch of money and hosted this festival in Maryland called Generic Elevator Vibes, and that's how we like really.
That was the first time we ever performed. That was me. It was me, Austin, and Gelati. That's the first time we performed together. We performed "How We Walk."
Yeah,
the single that was so bad.
It was pretty bad.
I need to hear the single though. By the way.
and I knew it was bad while we were doing. You know, that was the moment. I think that was when my whole entire life changed. When I performed there, and I knew it wasn't amazing. I was so happy. I was so happy because I was like, bro, I know it wasn't even that good because the audio quality we got, like, they were like pretty all right speakers, but like, bro, it just wasn't amazing. But people knew we had passion, and I was just like, I love this. I love the fact that everybody came. It was like maybe 80, 90 people. Bro, I didn't pay for any marketing. I just freaking hit up a bunch of people. I was like, just come. Yeah. We were expecting 20 people, and bro, I was just like, that's when I realized I love this because, bro, it was just like, this is what we like doing.
Yeah, man, it's dope. Keep that, man. Keep that energy, bro. Like, real shit. Like, that's one thing. Like, I've never lost my love for music, no matter how the ups and downs of the game and all that stuff. Never lose your passion for it because, like, that shit keeps you alive. Like, I have songs that I'm never gonna release, but I guarantee you, when I listen to that song, I'm like, yo, that song made me feel better when I wrote it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that song got me through whatever I was going through that day.
You remember everything you were experiencing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and I just love that. I think the brain works in a very funny way, man. And man, this is just the beginning of life. Like, death is just the beginning, man. I don't even I have so many, man, I wish this was like a 2-hour long.
We're damn near there, dude, bro. Shit. Nah, but hey, man, nothing wrong with that, bro. Like, dude, I'm glad you came on and do this shit. We definitely we gotta do this again. We're gonna do this
for
again.
Real.
Like, I'm not worried about it.
When the next album comes,
this is dope though.
Yeah.
For like I learned so much from YouTube, bro. We should be interviewing you right now. We should be interviewing you.
Dude, we
just like to make you guys as comfortable as possible.
That's the one thing I
want
tell
you guys
people,
to just have
see
talk to
interviews,
us.
like, even like I was saying, like Adam 22 and shit like that, like how he's like doesn't do anything. Like, if you see any of our interviews, like, we're in there because like we love music, so I'm all in. Like, I've been a part of music my whole life.
Right?
Yeah, you know. So I'm here for it.
You're right about him not being very passionate because he doesn't talk at all.
It's just like, cool. All right.
You know who's good to listen to?
Would you like Hennessy?
Right.
Smokes a huge blunt. You know what I mean? It's boring.
Have you seen the interview with Bad Baby?
No.
I swear,
yeah.
Dude, he doesn't look down one time.
No.
I was just like, what?
He ain't trying to take a L. That's a life L. That's on wax. That's on video.
That's your career L.
That little. That's it. Your life is over.
Expect to be Me Too'd automatically. He already got Me Too.
Oh yeah, he already got yeah.
So, dude, I don't think that was like it was.
That's when Lena the Plug was blogging on Twitter,
she was
right?
Barking on bitches on Twitter, bro. She was snapping. You don't want that smoke from her because she'll bring the whole sex industry with her, bro. That's a war you can't win. No one's beating the sex industry. That's the most untouched market ever. Ever.
Zero smoke.
No one wants smoke with the sex industry ever.
You don't want smoke.
Never. That's
you don't want smoke.
Think about that. Presidents don't rock with no one, no government, churches. No one fucks with the sex industry ever. Bro.
The worst enemy. Yeah,
that's their own. That's their own Illuminati in itself. Yep.
For real.
Nah, but man, I appreciate you hopping on with us, man. So
I appreciate you,
dude.
having
me up, send music, whatever, bro. Chop it up with me. You know me, I'm all about it.
I will.
Uncle John, man.
You know what?
I think so when I will send you the whole album before it gets released once we finish it.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be EP though because it's our first thing. And I'll send you like the press release we've been getting and stuff.
Okay.
But bro, we definitely
we could fix up like when everything's gonna drop. I usually let everyone know when the review's gonna drop. If it's like an early access type, blah blah blah. Put it out however you want, and all that good stuff. And you add our page. Hit me up too, sir.
Okay, bet. Yeah,
what's the page?
It's Not Your Manz, NOTYAMANZ.
I follow. Oh, you're Not Your Manz?
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't even know which podcast you're right.
I follow that, bro. I be seeing reviews all the time.
So this is so weird. So Josh follows you.
You be brutal on so many people's music, bro. You be so mean. I'm like, bro, like.
Facts.
Dude,
should I give him my music?
Of course, have fun, man.
Dude,
take a risk.
You know what's funny? Real quick, I don't know if I ever got to tell you how I met Josh, but apparently, the first time I met Josh, I actually called him by accident. I texted him by accident. I was texting another friend, Josh, for some Calcom work. Like I was sending it to him, and I texted it to Josh. And he was like, "Who's this?" And I was like, "Oh, this is Jelani." And he was like, "Oh." I met him through Najee, who actually just came back, who hasn't been in contact with me for like 4 years, and then all of a sudden came back to make another single with us and joined our band out of nowhere. But bro, tell me why Najee was the one who introduced me to him. I didn't talk to Josh for like 3 years, and then I hit him up, and then we just made the song. And bro, but then we're at my college and we're just rapping, and he was like, "Yo, were you that kid who was rapping at that one church place or whatever like 6 years ago?" And I was like, "Wait, at freaking Fall Retreat?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Bro," I was like, "Yeah, you were there?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Bro, what?" And I was like,
"Yeah, like we were
small world, man.
Bro, we're in an actual matrix. Like, what the what is this?
This is you're actually doing an interview in the Matrix right
in the
now.
Matrix,
right? Like that's literally what I honestly am convinced, bro. I am convinced. Man, like. Dude, I really I love this show, man. I need to get back on here with Austin and Najee, the full band.
Yo, hell yeah, dude. We're here for it, man. We enjoy
You gotta meet Najee, bro. You gotta meet Najee.
Dude, we're here for it. We're trying to get everybody involved. We want people to be like, yo, these artists, they're regular people too. We're all chill people. Like nobody's too fancy.
I'm just trying to have a conversation.
Dude, we've had some people Hollywood us too, and they can go fuck themselves. We had some people like, nah, you guys don't have enough.
I will say the transition into being kind of known, and I'm not saying by any means I'm like famous or anything, but like kind of known is weird because, bro, I was just chilling one day and somebody hit me up and they were like hi or something, and I was like hi, and they're like, oh, you actually responded, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just like I'm literally like
just like you.
Yeah, I don't think you.
It's like I had cereal for breakfast too. Like,
dude, exactly.
Okay.
Like, bro, all I do is eat Pop-Tarts and crap. Like, bro, you don't understand. Like, I'm a regular person, but I realized, man, just like when you really put your time.
I'm recording, nigga. I'll call you back.
I was like, when you really put your time into something, like people just recognize, like, and they admire you automatically, even if they haven't known you that. It's kind of weird, but man, some people will turn to you.
Yeah.
Like. High key,
and
bro.
it's also it's inspiration too. They see your passion because a lot of people are afraid to have passion because a lot of people don't want to fail. So if they see you pursuing something blindly without any, well, they think you don't care if you fail. Like we all do as artists. We care if we fail or not, but like they think you taking that step puts it out there. You know what I'm saying?
I put a project out last month, last year or whatever. I put the project out. I'm sitting there like, I'm shook. It came out. I'm just like, oh, what the fuck?
And I still got the most streams off your project, bro. Yeah, because I write.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I raps.
I'm John D. Contradiction.
Oh yeah, and I'm the big dude. My fault.
Hey, come on, man. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, man, yo, for sure, dude. Yo,
you saw the Chick-fil-A. You saw the Chick-fil-A music.
Yeah.
Bro. Dude, that thing got me psyched, bro.
Dude, you've been doing your thing, bro. Keep going, bro. Like, do your thing, bro. Fuck it. Like, we trying to see you win, bro. Like, everybody to win.
Everybody.
We want you to eat, bro.
That's one thing. I'm like, I don't care how much we hated a review or loved it. We still want to see people eat. We want to see people win. That's it. That's it.
Exactly.
They can block us, be mad all they want. Like, we still got nothing but love for them, bro.
Hey, man, I'm blocked by so many people. It's disgusting.
Oh, yeah, we get blocked.
I literally have, like, died looking at yourself. Like, and I was so nervous when I sent I was like, why
But man, I was just like, I feel like I did a good job. This, I was like, let me send it, but bro, I cannot tell you, I was low key nervous when you were ringing. I was like, no, I feel like,
dude, we've had some like pretty known names like hit us up like, yo, so you're gonna tell me what you're gonna rate it before you put it out, like low key scared, like, yo, so what you guys think, like known names, like DMing us like, yo, what you think, and I'm like, chill, like when it drops,
you just say IMing us.
Oh damn!
You just say
I'm
what are you 9,000 years old?
Hitting me up on AIM Instant Messenger, ASL.
What is that?
I'm gonna go get my walker out the closet. Jesus Christ.
My god,
dude! I saw AIM birth and die.
Yep,
I'm old.
Me too, man.
Oh man, but yeah.
I remember y'all know anything about dial-up?
No, what do you mean?
Dial-up internet. It's the worst internet ever.
Dial-up.
Dial-up internet.
Where you couldn't
back in the day, we couldn't be on the internet. Yeah, we couldn't be on the internet and on the phone at the same time. So we had to actually get clearance from our moms and such, or else we'd be in trouble for just trying to go on just to check some emails.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the email checking wasn't really that casual back then, was it?
Yes.
For old people, it was. That's funny. Email went from like to old people to young people because only old people fucked with email, and we were just like, "Yo, we got this messenger. We're here to fucking send pics of our assholes to people that are 1,000 years older than us." And then now it's like, now we got to check emails.
That comment,
and we're still
really
sending
dark.
Asshole pictures. It did get dark, dude. That's what AIM was for. It was before Snapchat and all that. You send asshole pics through AIM, but
Oh my god!
But anyway,
first dick pic, man. First dick
pic. That's how you know the new level of. Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
Oh man, but yeah, we're gonna do our episode, but this one. So good thing with this, you actually hit us up. I let all our other interviews catch up, so this is probably gonna be posted not this week, next week.
Okay, got you.
So. We're gonna be like in a nice sync now where things aren't like backdate because we were like posting shit that we did months ago and like it was I had no facial hair.
We have like 3 or 4 left.
We have one left, and that's what's posting this week.
We have Cy Boogie, right? Size.
That's it. We're done.
Wow,
my backlog is done. But yeah, what happened?
You know, we have a couple magazine interviews left to go, so I'm gonna be like, we got featured on Not Your Man's and try and give y'all a shout. Yeah,
of course.
Because like y'all are amazing.
Oh yeah, and what I tell people, a lot of people don't take advantage of it, but when like we post when we post the actual interview, I tell the artist, like, just send me a bunch of promo shit and we'll promo you all week. And some people just don't. Sometimes I'll make it if I'm feeling like giving. But if you have some stuff, we blow you up on the page.
Dude, I have them built for the Instagram.
He knows what he's doing. It's got some of these, I'm going to say it too, some of these older cats, they just lazy. They're like, yo, I got you. And I get nothing. So I'm like, and they're like, oh, you can promo me for the week. And I'm like, yeah, 'cause you didn't send me anything. Like, I'm not your dad. Like, what the fuck? Like, but anyways, but yeah, send me some shit. I could get that all queued up and ready. And, yo, again,
are we allowed to repost the video on our YouTube channel?
Whatever you want, bro. We do this for the people, bro. Do your thing.
I got you. Yeah. I'll put you. Yo, send me. Do you have a YouTube channel link or just SoundCloud?
If you just look up Not Your Man's on YouTube, we're everywhere. All podcasting, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
Spotify, all that, my stuff, everything.
And yo, send us your projects, sir.
Yeah,
send us your projects, sir.
Send you the project.
I want yours. Nah. I know the band one's coming. I want yours, sir.
Josh has some big, dude. You gotta come up with solo stuff, man. So, bro, I will tell you that ever since we've really noticed with being in a band together with Austin and Josh and Najee, we really noticed we have like completely different styles, man. And solo albums are gonna be crazy. I won't tell you that much. Like, man, these guys
are fun.
You know what? Can I show? I don't know how. I don't even know how the audio sounds on here. But do you want to hear?
Go for it.
You want to hear? Okay, bet. This one is called. It's
He's got it queued up.
Dude, it's called With the Gun. Yeah. No, I had Logic open already.
So, bro, I had FL Studio open already too.
Yeah,
dude,
I haven't messed with FL in a minute.
Yeah, that I feel 100 years old looking at FL Studio.
I remember when FL first came. I was making beats on the trial way back in the day.
Yep. What do you mean, bro? FL Studio is like the GOAT of all.
That's what I started with.
Absolutely.
It was back in the day. It was me. It was Fruity Loops and Cubase, and Cubase used to crash every fucking second.
I've never used Cubase.
Oh, it's the worst. It used to
always
crash.
Good, you're welcome. We did that for you.
But yeah, man, hell yeah! If you want to play some of that stuff,
I found it. All right, so this is like a little bit of thrash. You'll hear it.
Ooh. Which one are you playing?
Well,
the one that we made yesterday.
Homie Josh is shook right now. Josh is shook. Look at his face. Look at his face right now.
He's like, wait, which one? Which one?
No. Which one are you gonna play? Tell me.
Shook.
Inquire with me first.
Play the one he doesn't want you to play.
Shook it.
Show them what they don't want to see.
Put emoji right on the video. Really Bam! Right on the screen. I'm gonna put whatever emoji I feel. I'm not even gonna tell y'all. It's gonna be right there. Oh, yeah, he's gonna pull out his page.
Got the composition notebook.
Oh my lord! Hold on, this thing is loading.
Hold on. What are we rating this? Damn, I'm fucking overhydrated. About to piss myself.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds like funk.
Yeah, right. You just sitting there like.
Yeah.
I like it though.
Okay, hello, girl, you look so gracious. Can I know your name is on a first name basis? My heart's so vacant.
Oh my God.
That sounds so dangerous, like James Bond dangerous. I can see it's famous. Some toy places just for 4 cars and for 4 races. But enough about the foreign, cause talking like that really starting to get bored. You be talking bad things like your name Warren. No pun intended, don't feel offended, it's just a message. I know you're mad cause I got the sauce, just need some dressing. Speaking of dressing, I shoot the shot like a Smith & Wesson. And it's my joy, I just had to slow it down just to show my point. Cause you my girl and most my world, but honestly I'm feeling on my bust that boy.
It's the black man with the gun. Get the back mask, don't be having the fun. Get the back back, then you dead in the slime. The whole hey, wait.
Is that someone playing the slap bass, or is my headphones just fucking bugging me out? Is that someone slap bassing? Is that someone playing the slap bass? Is that what's going on? Or is that just the sound? I'm like, something sounds funky as hell.
A little extra reverb on
the something sounds wild funky. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I like what I'm hearing, man. It already sounds unique, but I need it to be clear. I can hear, I could hear it.
Yeah, I got it. You know what I'll do? I'll send you the actual Google Drive file, and you'll be able to hear it. But bro,
dude, I'm excited.
I have another one. It's like dance hall-ish, but that's my solo. But bro, man, you're gonna like the stuff. If you like the last album, you're definitely
I'm excited, man. I'm definitely excited.
Man.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm definitely excited for this one. But yeah, man. But we're gonna get to we're gonna go do our episode thing. But
we gotta do our weekly. Our weekly.
I gotta get these episodes out by the end of the day.
Oh shit, I got you.
But man, again, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate both of y'all. And shoot us a message, man, so we can know who you are on the page. Both of you, like, shoot me a message. Well, I know you are on the page, but your homie, man. Tell him to shoot me a message so I can know who he is. But
I learned a lot, bro. You're like a teacher, bro.
He's like a messiah. He's like a messiah.
I just love music, and I'm trying.
He's my light sskinned advisor.
Yeah, I like people that like music, man. Because
advisor. Everybody needs a light skinned advisor, bro.
Exactly, I have one.
Because I truly believe
like a good neighbor, light skin.
I think artists should stick. Like, we should be a group of people. Like, we should control shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should control shit as a team, as a group. Like, our strength in numbers would be powerful if we just slightly work together. You know what I'm saying?
But think about it. Look what they've done with labels. They're just it's modern day corporate segregation, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and even labels themselves are just corporate fraternities, bro. And there's no need for you to separate so many people with so many good ideas.
Yeah, hip hop should just be one. Like, if you're making music, making hip hop, like, we should all be making our own money together. Like, but
right.
Yeah, bro.
That's for a whole nother thing. But again, I appreciate y'all, man. I truly do, man. I really do appreciate y'all. This was dope.
Yeah,
we definitely we're definitely gonna do this again when we get the full squad going.
I'd be down, man.
Yes, bro. Thank you.
Yeah,
my schedule's free, so I'm good.
No more C's.
No more C's, man. Keep your grades up, goddammit.
Yeah, Josh. Did I tell you what happened?
Yeah, you too. Yeah, you too, Josh. Keep your grades up.
Yeah.
Now you won't watch.
Yeah, facts. But I'll catch y'all, man. Peace out, fellas.
All right,
have a good one, bro.
Yep.
Thank you.
suicidal tendencies, and I get so in touch with suicidal ecstasy. Suicidal ecstasy, it's like it's meant to be a suicidal ecstasy. You cannot rescue me from suicidal ecstasy. Life is dead to me, a suicidal ecstasy. Only thing I see is suicidal ecstasy. I always felt so far away when you were next to me. This feeling's nothing new as soon as I pretend to be someone else. I feel like everything I meant to be. Wanna be alone, wanna die. Please don't call my phone for the night. I don't really know why I'm like this. Therapist says that I'm high risk. Baby, ain't it but ain't it exciting? All my days are riddled with anxiety. Everybody tells me they're trying me. Yeah, they're trying me. Isn't it, yeah, isn't it so beautiful? Everybody singing at my funeral, making all these songs up in my head. Funny cause you won't sing along till I'm dead. I ain't got regrets for the things I've said. Baby, just relax, it ain't a coffin, it's a bed. Only way to win is to lose your life. Get rid of the